Hey everybody, it's Coach Keaton. Hope you're doing great and getting settled in at home with this kind of new reality of what we're living into. Just want to give you a kind of a brief intro or the Enlightenment in a nutshell as we move into this new unit. You guys are doing great. Many of you have really engaged and done great with the work. Some of y'all still can step up a little bit, but I know it's some adjustment time and all that, but hopefully we can continue to move in to this new reality that we're going to be in for the next few weeks. Hopefully we'll get back together sooner than later, but just wanted to jump into the Enlightenment, kind of give you a brief summary of what this unit is about. So what is the Enlightenment? The word Enlightenment basically means to bring into the light. All right. And what we see during this Enlightenment time is where people begin to re-engage with the ideas that have come from the past and how they can discover new realities in natural law that dictate the universe. And how those things kind of manage or govern a society as a whole. So what happens is it's that idea of beginning to seriously question the old traditional views and standards that have just always been acceptable ways to look at things. Kind of that, well, this is just the way that it's always been. What we start to see here is this new reality, and well, that's just not good enough anymore. And if you're like me, many of you are, I've seen this in class, you want to know why, and you should want to know why. So it's this new perspective on how to begin questioning the old ideas to gain a better understanding of why you believe what you believe. Instead of it just being, well, this is just what my people have always believed, or this is just what I've always believed. Why do you believe this? Why do you believe it? And you've really dove into that to ask the question why and to seek the answers. All right. And it gives you the opportunity to gain new knowledge and appreciation for that knowledge. Within human society, again, to ask the question why. Okay. More so than this is just the way things are. So during the Enlightenment, you start to see these thinkers or philosophers that are not just asking questions, but actually kind of continuing that exploration spirit that we've seen on the last unit, right? To kind of go to new uncharted territories and worlds. But now we're talking about more so from a mental standpoint, from the brain, from thinking, a rational place, to actually ask and explore ways that can solve the problems of society. Okay, it's this quest to get more people to use reasoning to answer the questions, to rationalize things. Let me give you a simple example on one. Okay, so why would you wear a big, thick, warm jacket if you were to go out into a snowstorm? Okay, you would do that to stay warm because snowstorms are cold, right? And can cause frostbite and all those other kind of things. And so you're going to do things like wear a coat, wear gloves, a hat, a scarf, cover your face, things like that. How do you know that? Because you have rationalized that it is irrational to walk out into a snowstorm in a bikini, right? Okay, men, right? Okay, so do you understand? You rationalize those things. All right. To rationalize means to be able to engage a problem with your mind and then figure out how to solve it. You do this often in math class, whether you realize it or not. You do it around the house. You do it when you play video games, okay? How do you get from point A to point B in a way, if you're playing Fortnite, that doesn't get you killed, okay? Those are rationalizations. You are reasoning. So this is done to try to create a better society for all people, to reduce suffering, and to try to make, honestly, the world a better place for all people. Okay. In the Enlightenment period, we start to see that they begin to attack issues such as politics and what does that mean, and how are governments ruled, and how are leaders chosen, and how do those leaders lead. We start to see them engage things like the natural rights for all human beings. Okay, they even begin to dive into the place of religion and what is its place and how does it impact people and lead people. And it comes down to this understanding, y'all, is that knowledge is power. You've heard me say this before, that knowledge is power. And the more you learn, almost without even realizing it, that the hungrier you become for that knowledge. We see this really begin to come to the forefront here in the Enlightenment period, for people to no longer just kind of be like ants marching in a line, just following the other one, but to really begin to think for themselves. In the unit, you're going to engage philosophers or thinkers like Voltaire and Rousseau, Montesquieu, Hobbes, John Locke, and Mary Wollstonecraft, and others. And I hope that you'll take the time in this unit to really kind of get to know these people and to see where they come from, and maybe who do you kind of identify with. What things kind of triggered something new for you as well. And the fact is this, too, though, is that thinking and rationalization, all the questioning, this is revolutionary. It's revolutionary in thought, and then eventually becomes revolutionary in action as well. Okay, we see in this unit that questioning leads to a thirst for action, and when that action is not being taken by people, then people take action. Okay, and we see revolutions actually begin to become a part of our world. We're going to really dive into the American Revolution as one of those. So that's it in a nutshell. It's a 7 or 8 day unit. We're going to dive in, and I really hope that you engage and enjoy it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me or contact me through Remind or through Google Classroom or through email or something like that. Know that I'm thinking about you guys and praying for y'all. I'm excited for this unit, and I'm blessed to be your teacher. And so you guys take care, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless.